Alright, I'm back. Like I've said in my previous video at Team Beachbody, I am starting off with the 21-day fix. That's what I figured would be the best one to start with, seeing as I haven't worked out like regularly in at least 2 years, maybe more. And I recently just had another baby, so you know, I really feel like I am not at my top, obviously. I have to hopefully get that part of my life back on track. So they do actually have a workout for just the 21-day fix on the Beachbody On Demand, and I'll be doing that. So I've got that all set up where, you know, I can literally just either use my phone, I can use my Kindle, or I can use my TV. I got a Roku that'll stream it to that, so I don't have to leave my house. But that's like a whole nother, but that goes with the meal stuff, the nutrition stuff. So that's what I want to talk about in this video, is the 21-day fix nutrition part of it. They start you off, they send you what you need. They got these containers. You know, you've got this big container, that's basically your portion. That's like the whole portion of whatever you're going to be eating. And it's just to help you get like the visual of this is how much you should be eating, whether it's, you know, you've been eating too much or you haven't been eating enough. But there are actually 7 separate containers that correspond to different food groups, basically. Like this green one, that's for vegetables. We got a purple one for fruits. Red one's for proteins. Yellow's for carbs. Blue's for healthy fats. And there's 2 of these teeny tiny seed and dressing ones. And they have a section in here where you're calculating your calorie target. So it will talk you through, you know, how to do the math to find out what plan fits your needs for your calories, and based on which plan you're in, it'll tell you how many of each container for the whole day. So for myself, I'll be on plan A, which means I get 3 vegetable containers, 2 fruits, 4 proteins, 2 carbs, 1 healthy fat, 1 seed and dressing, and 2 tablespoons, which they don't give you. It's just, you know, get a spoon. Oils and butter, or nut butters like peanut butter or almond butter. So that's what I get for the whole day. And then it actually has, what do they call it? Like a tally chart. There we go. Sorry, my brain. I just woke up. So anyways, I got this tally chart where you write, you know, how many of each container that your plan calls for, and then it's got a list of meals. So you can keep track of how many you've had and how many you've got left. But there's also an app on your phone that can track it too. So as you're eating, you can just like, bloop, I had my vegetable, bloop, I had my fruit. You know, and it'll tell you how many more you've got for the whole day. So you make sure you're covering all the bases of the food groups and you're eating enough and not eating too much. They also go through and have a list for each container to say what kind of foods, you know, qualify as a vegetable, fruit with proteins. So like when you're making your shopping list and you know exactly what you're going after. Like if I was going shopping, I might, you know, for my vegetables, I'll be like, well, I like asparagus, so I'll get those, and cucumbers and celery. And, you know, for your purple container for your fruits, you just got a list of different fruits. And, you know, some fruits won't fit in, well, they'll fit, but like unless you chop them up, you're not going to be able to eyeball it. But it also has the equivalent of like how much of that fruit or vegetable, like for instance, asparagus, it equates to about 10 spears of asparagus, which to me is quite a lot. The right container, protein, it's got things, obviously meat, but there's also like eggs, yogurt, Shakeology counts because there's protein in there. And it does have a section in here about the Shakeology. And on the app on the phone, it also has a button to check for to include the Shakeology in your overall meal plan. You know, it has a list of everything for every container. But there's also, if you want to get adventurous, there's Pinterest, the good old Pinterest. You just type in 21-day fix meals or ideas, and like there's like a plethora of ideas out there and different things, and it'll tell you how many containers worth that meal is, so you don't have to sit there and like try to guess and all that stuff. But you know, I think the biggest important part is making sure that you're getting the variety of food that you need and the right portion of the food. That's basically what the goal is of this program. It also talks about beverages. They do have a section on like desserts, but I'm not a big dessert person. Some people are, but to me, I'd rather have fruit than anything. It's got a section about freebies, which is basically water, and then how to make water not so water. You know, like you can do sparkling water. They got certain kinds of sparkling water. It has to be one that doesn't have calories in it. Different ways to make it taste better, like adding in fruits or different herbs like mint or whatever. It's got a section in it about coffee and tea, and basically coffee and tea is unlimited if it's plain, like black coffee, unsweetened tea. They prefer not to have, you know, the artificial stuff like creamer and syrups and all that, but they do let you have things like milk and honey, agave syrup, stevia, you know, that kind of stuff. It's got a list of seasonings and condiments, and they actually have recipes for like an all-purpose seasoning. There's like Mediterranean seasoning, etc., so that way, you know, it's not going to be just bland, bleh, you know. Let's see, and then they go on to giving you different, there's actually recipes. They give you this book, it's got recipes in it too, and I know they actually have a like a cooking show kind of. I think it's called Fixate. I don't know if you can YouTube it or Google it, I don't know, but I know on the Beachbody On Demand they do have it on there, so it'll give you more ideas for variety. Because I honestly think that my food area of all this is going to be my hardest part. Like, to me, working out is not that hard. Like, yeah, it's hard physically, but you know, the steps of doing it is easy. You get dressed, you push play, you do it, then boom, you're done for the day. But you know, eating, like, you really have to plan that stuff out, and it's really hard not to fall into the habit. Like, to me, it's not the overeating, it's not, you know, grazing. I actually used to do that as a kid. I used to graze, as my mother would call it, and I would eat when I was hungry and I'd stop when I wasn't, and then she used to punish me for that. So it ingrained in my mind that that was a bad thing, and now they've proven that it's a good thing to be eating throughout the day because it keeps your metabolism level and your sugars level, and you're basically not starving yourself. You're just kind of keeping your glycemic index or whatever, you know, pretty, so we have energy throughout the whole day. I, on the other hand, right now am doing the complete opposite. I'm not an emotional eater. I know they're out there. You know, if you are, you know, there's ways to work on that too. But my problem is that I'm busy. Kids and family, you know, and work, and trying to figure out when the heck to sleep, because I work third shift, 12-hour shifts. You know, I work all night, and I don't have time to sit there and eat at work, but once in the 12 hours that I'm there, and then when I eat like I eat. I don't mess around, man. Like, if it sounds good, I'm eating it. It's kind of like going shopping on an empty stomach. You grab whatever sounds good at the time, and that's how I eat. So if I don't finish everything I buy at work, I'll take it home, and then I might munch on it then, but it's not always the best stuff. They don't seem to, you know, cater to the third shifters very well with healthy food. Like, first shift, if you go down there, they've got their own personal person making omelets on demand. Like, you tell them what you want in it, they'll make it right on the spot. They have a whole salad bar, they got a breakfast bar, they got a fruit bar. You go down there for third shift, you will get like leftovers from whatever second shift didn't eat, which is kind of gross. And most of the time the salad bar is not open, and if it is, it's got like very minimal salad stuff, maybe some pickled beets, maybe like a pasta salad if you're lucky. Their fruit is usually bruised apples, like unripened potatoes, bananas, so they're like green and you can't eat them, and that's pretty much your options. Like, they do have naked juices and things like that, but they're like super overpriced down there, so I tend to not go that route. I don't know, it's frustrating because, like, in my mind, like, I like fruits and vegetables, I really do. I just, if they're not available, I don't buy them. And then it's also hard with my home life because I live with the meat and potato guy who doesn't like fruits and vegetables, and my kids don't really eat, well, the baby obviously only eats boob juice, but my toddler does not eat hardly anything. He still likes cow juice mostly, so trying to get him to eat anything solid is still a struggle for me. So if I buy an actual, grocery thing full of fruits and vegetables, it's up to me to eat that stuff. He's not going to eat it, and I feel like I waste it because I don't ever remember to eat it, or I just get busy, and then by the time I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot I got that apple down there, and it's like, ugh, you ain't going to eat that apple. So, it's going to be hard. It's really going to be a struggle for me to do this, and I feel that way. The only thing that I think is going to be easy in the whole food department is this big old bag of Shakeology. I'm hoping it's delicious. I'll be doing another video on me trying this for the first time, so I've seriously never tried it, but that'll at least take care of breakfast. So really I just got to worry about lunch and dinner and snacks and, portion control and actually keeping food in the house, because I don't keep food in the house. We were just discussing this morning. My refrigerator has 4 gallons of milk in it because that kid drinks only milk. Around the clock he goes through like a half a gallon a day. I might be able to get him to eat like a grilled cheese or some chicken nuggets. And I've got leftovers from takeout. We had KFC last night. We had pizza the night before that. Not the best. And like I got eggs in there, some butter. Not much else. Not anything good. Not something I can just go in there and grab it and eat it and be like, oh yeah, that's satisfying, that's healthy. Yeah, right. So I got a trip to the store coming up. Right now I'm working on figuring out what foods on these lists for each container that I actually like, because I don't like everything. I'm not that picky, but there's still stuff that I'm like, meh. Find stuff that I actually will eat, make a list, and then use that list of the stuff that I approved of to plan out my each day. Like the hardest is going to be when I have to work, because I literally just work and sleep, and I tell her it's basically my survival mode. I'm trying to keep the kids alive, keep them fed, keep them changed, get as much sleep as I can between waking up all the time to do all this mom stuff before I have to go back to work, because as I work each day consecutively, I get more and more tired because I'm getting less and less sleep, and it's hard to make myself give up my sleep to eat. So that's my other problem. So I'll let you know how it goes. I'm still working on the planning phase. I'm still not going to be eating that great here for the next couple days until I figure out my plan. But in my mind, I've got, some focus at least, and I got a game plan. Talking to my coach. A coach has a coach. How about that? So I was talking to her. We have a tentative plan, so now I just got to do the work. So I'll check in later, let you know how it goes.